We continue with efforts to distribute the permanent voters' cards, while outside Lagos, complaints continue to trail the distribution of the cards. Our correspondent Pt.2 takes a look at how the situation is playing out in some states in the country.
The time is ticking to the D-Day when Nigerians will again use their constitutional power to choose their leaders at all levels of government. But the distribution of the permanent voter cards appears to present a bottleneck to the full use of this power. In Jos, Plateau State, there's so much determination by eligible voters to get their PVC. However, mixed reactions greet the exercise.
Up till now, I have not collected. I went there this morning. We were made to understand that we should report it about 8 this morning. We got there and there was no staff of INEC that was found in that place.
Let me say maybe I'm lucky since we are seeing people have been complaining. I was able to get my permanent voter's card last year.
Actually, I will dare to go to another polling unit to check if I can get mine there.
Residents of Abeokuta in Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, have lost smiles on their faces. They spent hours at the PVC collection centers with no sight of their cards.
Many people have gone. Honestly, more than 200 people. This happening. We have been here more than 5 hours here. Look at people.
I went there several times. No card, no card. Even my name is not there. And I hold my own temporary card. They saw it. It was yesterday I said I should bring it. I gave it to them that I come back on Friday, whether they will to give me or not. But till now, nothing sure. Even in the one house, only one person, my family, got it. Only one person out of 9 person family.
Eligible voters across Akwa Ibom State, South Nigeria, turn out en masse at the PVC collection centers. And again, there are complaints about the exercise.
On the table here, maybe about only 2 people that are there. So if they can maybe extend it so that different units can have their someone representing that unit that can easily give out the cards.
You should have sent this thing to the proper ward, like that very ward 6. They do it accordingly, but the way they are doing it is a punishment to the masses.
The deadline for the collection of the PVC is Sunday, the 8th of February, and the complaints are unending. Would INEC consider another extension before the elections, as it meets to finalize on the big election on 14th of February? That's a question waiting for an answer. Pt.2, Channels Television News.
All right, now let's take a look at what's happening on the campaign trail. The people of Bayelsa State today welcomed the campaign train of the People's Democratic Party in Yenagoa. The rally, said to be the final one for the PDP, and which President Goodluck Jonathan described as a homecoming, attracted key leaders of the party. In his address, the president promised to continue to assist the building of Bayelsa.
Singing, flags flying, and a sea of heads at the venue for President Jonathan in Yenagoa, his home state. On arrival, he wasted no time as he mounts the podium where his wife, Patience, the PDP national chairman, Ahmadu Muazu, and other chieftains of the party are all ready for the business of the day. The host governor is the first to speak. His message is nothing short of victory for the party.
It is my turn to tell you, don't lose any sleep at all. Victory will be ours.
A jubilant crowd hails the presence of the former governor of the state, who takes a swipe at the APC presidential candidate.
The opposition party, I can only concede to him that he has willpower, but he has applied it negatively.
And then Lee Elimoke had his turn.
A lot of you have your master's degrees. Some of you are pursuing your PhDs. You're looking for opportunities, while others are still looking for their certificates.
Time is short, and so is the message of the petroleum minister in a display of grace and in a high spirit.
Make una see the roads when they build all over the country. Una don't see them. That's why it be before.
The impact of the final rally is much as seen from the Senate President, the party's national chairman, and the Vice President of the country, all with a focus a return to the presidential villa.
Those in favor that President Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan returns to Aso Villa, say aye.
The president rises to the podium to reassure the people of Bayelsa State that more work needs to be done and they must see themselves as partners in achieving this.
Let me reassure my children, especially the younger generation of Bayelsans, that we live into more and we'll make sure that everybody, in one way or the other, tastes the fruits of democracy.
Even though defying the reins in support of the PDP clinging on to power at the rally, the ultimate litmus test will be a majority support. Gimba Umar, Channels Television News.
And while the PDP campaign train was in Bayelsa State, in neighboring Rivers, the All Progressives Congress campaign train today moved to the Ikwere local government area to drum up support. The incumbent governor, Chibuike Amechi, and the party flag bearer in the state, Dakuku Pt.2, urged the people of the state to vote for the APC candidates during the polls.
With less than 8 days to the general elections, the political atmosphere in Rivers State is charged as key players canvass from the undecided while trying hard to retain the support of party faithful. This time, the spotlight falls on Ikwere local government area of Rivers State as the APC campaign train moves to the area. Governor Chibuike Amechi extols the virtues of the APC candidates for the 2015 elections.
I bring you a message for General Buhari. The message that Buhari brings is the message of freedom. Is the message of the fact that by February 15th, when the result is announced, you will have the rule of law.
The incumbent governor goes further to condemn all forms of corruption and urges Ikwere people to troop out en masse to vote on election day.
Please vote for the following. On the 14th, vote for change. Vote for electricity. Vote for the eradication of hunger. Vote for eradication of corruption. I say so, when you end hunger, you end poverty.
On the part of the state governorship candidate, Dakuku Pt.2, the Amechi administration has driven development in the state until the APC deserves another shot at governance.
Under this government, we have built all the internal roads in LLU. The moment we are sworn into office on the 29th of May, we shall continue on the path of our great leader, the Right Honorable Chibuike Amechi.
Pt.2 also calls for a minute silence in honor of fallen freedom fighter, Comrade Olocha.
May the soul of the faithful departed rest in perfect peace.
Five traditional rulers have endorsed Mrs. Uche Ekwunife to represent Anambra Central Senatorial Zone in the Senate. Receiving the endorsement as she wrapped up her tour of Awka North and South local government areas, Mrs. Ekwunife gave the assurance that her mission to the Senate is to bring the dividends of democracy to her people.
The PDP senatorial candidate, Uche Ekwunife, is visiting the traditional ruler of Awka to inform him of her intention to represent Anambra Central Senatorial District.
We must vote PDP 14th of February all through. We'll be giving 3 ballot papers, President, Senate, and House of Reps.
Her convoy then hit the community square, where hundreds of people were awaiting her arrival. The women showed the most excitement as they danced in support of a woman they describe as an Amazon. The entourage also stormed Izinato, where she told the crowd that welcomed her that the party on which platform she is running holds much promise if its candidates are elected at all levels of government.
I want to assure you one thing, and that is good. We have a good team. Good luck Ekunife, and Anayonebe, you can't get it wrong at the 14th of February.
At Ishago, she received assurances of the area's huge support from the traditional ruler.
We've had women leaders, and she's going to be one of our women leaders in this country. And by God's grace, God will give her godly wisdom, give her godly love, give her godly power, and make her to continue to do the good work which she's doing at the moment.
Kumokbu was the next port of call. There, she visited 3 traditional rulers who drummed up support for her candidacy. Going by the huge reception for her, Uche Ekunife's campaign train left the various communities with an assurance that she will be the woman of choice to represent them at the Senate.
When the news at 10 returns, federal government dismisses report of slash in 2015 budget. That's on Business News. Do join us again.